Okay, so now that you know how to create instruments and record MIDI to them, next let's take a look at how we can create audio tracks and record audio to them. So to start off, I'm going to right click and add an audio track. Let's just label this guitar because I'm going to be recording in an electric guitar. Then I can increase the track height over here to reveal the inputs and outputs. And what I need to do is select the correct input that my guitar is plugged into. So my guitar is plugged into input 2 on my audio interface. So I can click on here, navigate to my device. Here is my Behringer device, and these are my inputs. So this is input 1, and then this is input 2. So I'm going to select that. Then I'm going to turn on the input echo so that I can hear my audio monitoring coming back to me. And then I'm going to record on the track. Now, if I play back, see that there's some level over here. I can look at this meter, or I can take a look at this meter over here. And what you want to make sure is that your level isn't too low or too high. And you can adjust this with the input gain on your preamps on your device. So if I turn this down too low, see my level is too low. And likewise, if I turn it up too high, so the problem I got there is that the audio is too high and it's actually clipping this track over here. So you just want to make sure you're not going into the red and causing any clipping because you are going to get digital distortion to your audio. So now when everything's ready, I'm just going to place my playhead where I want it. So the now time is going to be at bar 3. And then I'm going to make sure that I've got a click and this has got a count in so that I can hear the timing before I get into the track. And then when I'm ready, I can hit record. Now let me move back the playhead cursor position. Now I could place it at bar 3 over here, but the problem with that is when I record, I might be playing a little bit before by anticipating the notes and I might not catch that. So I'm going to set it at bar 2, and when I'm ready to record, I can hit record, and I just need to make sure that I've got my click enabled as well. So here we go. So there you go. So there is my audio that's been recorded to my track. I can increase this track out so I can just see that audio waveform more clearly. And I can go in and now edit the audio. And I've got the same tools that I can use that I had for the MIDI editing. So I'm just going to first turn off the record arm because I don't need to have that anymore. And I can turn off the input monitoring or the audio input echo. So going over here, I've got my smart tool selected. So if I hover over here, I can change the start point of that audio. And like you see, it is non-destructive. I can pull back and I get that audio that's been placed on the waveform. I can do the same on the other side. Here's my handle. If I need to move the audio, I can go over to the top over here. So it changes to the move icon and I can move the placement of my audio. And that isn't snapping to anything because I don't have snapping enabled. If I click snap, then when I drag this, it's going to snap to the grid setting that I've got set up. Now, another neat thing that you can do with audio is creating audio fade-ins and fade-outs. So if you hover on the top left over here, I can create a fade-in. And as I pull that out further, you can see how the audio waveform adjusts. So maybe I want to change the start position of this clip, and just before, I want to add a fade in just to get rid of any noise that might be apparent on the audio. And likewise on the end here, maybe I just want to fade that out to make it more clear. I can go over here and take a listen back. So as well with that audio, I anticipated things a bit early. So what I can do now is just zoom in and just see where my sort of main area is with the audio. And I don't have anything snapped, so I can just take this and slightly move it in just to change the timing there. So there we go. That is how to record audio onto audio tracks in Cakewalk and how you can use the editing tools to edit your audio.